The new moon on Wednesday, September 20th, 2017 is at 27 degrees or at the very end tail of the constellation of Virgo. The astrology of the new moon, September 2017, continues a theme of change that began with the total solar eclipse of August 21st. The changes this time will be more like minor adjustments to your long-term goals or how you get there. The September 2017 new moon in Virgo will remind you of the most painful wounds you have suffered. In order to move forward, you must begin focus on the healing process. This will involve adapting to unexpected changes or making adjustments to your longer-term hopes and dreams. A new moon in general represents the end of one cycle and the beginning of another new 28-day cycle. This particular new moon in Virgo gives an invigorating burst of energy and initiative. This is an excellent time for making a fresh start, turning over a new leaf, or starting any new project. All possibilities are on the table as you put yourself at the center of plans for your future. Old habits, behaviors, and beliefs are questioned as you search for new and inventive ways to make progress. Each new moon within the eclipse cycle represents a new stage of development for your long-term goals. The aim of the August 21st solar eclipse was to make bold, confident changes that led to long-term success. Determined and sustained effort will bring the growth and happiness you want or require. This new stage of development involves adapting to changes and changing circumstances. Alterations to your original goal may be needed to make it more obtainable, whereas you must adjust your methods or expectations in response to your deepest and most painful wounds. This new moon in Virgo brings sudden events that release built-up tension that in turn brings a major change in your circumstances. The more restricted you have felt, the more upsetting the change is likely to be. You may feel like making a completely new start, but extreme change is harder for you and your loved ones to adjust to. This is especially so when partners or close friends and families are involved. You may also have to consider the financial ramifications of any big change. You can find adventure and personal growth through travel, education, and new relationships while still maintaining certain care responsibilities in your life. You can find creative and ingenious ways to relieve the boredom without causing total chaos and disruption. This can make you nervous, tense, and anxious. You will find it harder to relax as your intuition senses change or some drama on the way. Pressures to change might come from someone with power over you. An unexpected event, accident, or change at work may force you to change your routine, behavior, or plans. It is important to be flexible and adapt to changing conditions. Try to go with the flow and fit in. If you resist change and become arrogant or disruptive, you will suffer losses or miss out on good opportunities. You don't need to totally change direction, but to make careful adjustments. The new moon for September 2017 in Virgo may bring unexpected change to your life that makes you more aware of your deepest wounds. In order to reach your long-term goals, you will need to face the source of your pain. If the September 20th new moon makes your karmic wound more painful and debilitating, you will need to make some changes to your long-term goals. Aries, the zodiac child. Remember, guys, that this is a general reading, so please apply it to your unique situation. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, per always. Okay, let's go ahead and bless the deck and we'll get started, okay? Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede this reading to provide Aries with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they are meant and or intended to be. Okay, Aries. So for your base, you got the Lovers card. And for the two clarifiers, you got the Page of Water or the Page of Cups, and the Ten of Fire or the Ten of Wands. So Aries, for your base card, the Love card or the Lovers, I can speak of oneness. So, in all of life, there is only the illusion of separation. In fact, we are all reflections of one another. When you make choices, you tend to see things as either or. What if every choice you make is about an experience, a sharing, or an exploring? When you choose to see the unity in all things, magic abounds. Love is all around you, Spirit loves you unconditionally, and you can give and receive abundant love. So, in terms of the page of water here, in this deck, it can speak of open heartedness, childlike innocence and curiosity, beginning of intimacy and relationships, playfulness, and cheerful optimism. Aries, you open your heart fully, allowing yourself to feel childlike wonder and innocence. All adventures lead you where you need to go, and love awaits. Love is a delightful dance, so is life. And you are here to frolic and play. You are ready with a big smile and have on your dancing shoes. And for the 10 of Wands here, or 10 of Fire, in this deck it can speak of burning away, releasing the excess, and ending clear ways for beginnings. You may be overcommitted and have taken on too many burdens. In this moment, you do the work of decluttering your life. All that you release will take new form and serve the greater whole. But you no longer need to hold on to it simply because it once seemed to have value for you. You thank it for what it did for you, but say goodbye to the emotions, relationships, and situations that you realize do not belong in your life anymore. So, Aries, as I see your spread here, I'm really picking up, trusting spirit, Aries. Trusting the process, never doubting it, even though at times it may seem like, it's a struggle and it may seem a little difficult. But Aries, you must also remember, you're very ambitious. Since when do things or situations seem too tough for you or too hard for you? And I feel, Aries, like you must now use somewhat of your emotion in terms of judging the situation. Don't let your emotions override anything or override your proper judgment. But I feel, Aries, like it's time to seek them. It's time to understand where your emotions come from and how they manifest, or how they proclaim a situation, or how they, how you apply them. And then what happens because of them, or how do they turn up, or how do they, help aid the process. And I feel, Aries, like when this happens, you're going to then understand what you require and what you need. And I also feel, excuse me, as though when this happens, Aries, you're then going to realize that you can release the things that don't matter. You can release the things that no longer serve you, that are just becoming or have become or will become burdens. It's like this picture here. The woman's burning all the papers and all the pages. And speaking of page, and when I see this, I kind of feel, Aries, like those are your past memories that no longer serve you. The issues that come up and the issues that, surface from the past. It's time to let them go. It's time to release them. And Aries, I'm also feeling like, and Spirit wants me to let you know as well. Write, Aries. Write down the things that have hurt you or the things that you feel like you can't let go of. And when you do write them, keep them for a little bit. Maybe for about a week. And as you're writing and you feel like you kind of wrote out all your experiences that, led you to, discontent, or that has led you to contention in your life, then put them all together, Aries, and burn them one by one. And record this too, Aries, I want to say. Record it so that then when you start to feel like these things are resurfacing, you can then view it again, or view the video, and you can see, that you burned it and it's over. It's a wrap. You can't hold on to things anymore. that no longer serve you or that hold you back or that install fear in you, Aries. Do not live your life in fear. Now, there are certain things that we must fear, but when we fear them, Aries, we respect them. There's a difference. We have to learn the difference between the two. And when you do that, Aries, I feel like things are going to fall into place. And I feel, Aries, like when this happens, you're going to slowly start to realize that when you put your faith in spirit, put your faith in God, put your faith in your higher being and higher consciousness, that in which you confide in, is when you have, the abundance, and when you can then bring your actual physical body and your spiritual self together and bring it together. And that's when you'll be like this picture here with this lion and the woman sleeping, or the man. He can be, man, it just doesn't really matter, just a card in terms of symbolism. But it does show here, Aries, that you must tame the lion. You must tame those sides of you that bring out the ferociousness. And it's okay to have it because it serves you. And it's a great trait to have, that ambition and that passion. But don't let it override you. Don't let it override the circumstance. Don't be too ambitious when it calls for emotion, or when it causes the circumstance or the person or the relationship causes for you to take a step back and to look at it for what it really is, not for what you want it to be. And as always, Aries, love and light. Leo, the lion. Remember, guys, that this is a general reading, so please apply it to your unique situation. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, per always. Okay, let's go ahead and bless the deck and we'll get started, okay? Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede this reading to provide Leo with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they are meant and or intended to be. Okay, Leo, so for your base card, you got the Seven of Earth here, Seven of Pentacles. For the two clarifiers, you got the Ace of Fire, or Ace of Wands, and the Seven of Air, or Seven of Swords. So for the Seven of Earth here, or Seven of Pentacles, in this deck, this card can talk about opening to a new strategy, being at a crossroads, and a decision to be made. So Leo, as you reflect on your progress to date and see where you stand, you contemplate whether you want to continue singing the same song or change your tune. You are always free to go back to and reimagine what you might co-create. If what you manifest does not serve you as you thought it may have, you don't have to be afraid to admit that it no longer is for you. Whatever you choose to do, you are not afraid to start over, for you feel assured that Spirit will always support your highest good. Now, for your first clarifier, you have the Ace of Fire. So the Ace of Fire in this deck can speak of spirit-powered action, inspired transformation, and access to co-creative power. When you feel your connection to Spirit, you see unlimited potential for transformation. There is no reason to fear because you are fully supported in imagining something new and daring to make it happen. This is the time to dream big. You can be bold and free because Spirit inspires you to turn your dreams into reality. So for your Seven of Air, or Seven of Swords here, in this deck it can speak of independence, non-conformity, living life on one's own terms without people pleasing. Now is the time, Leo, for you to live life on your own terms. So you must find the courage to reject conformity. Listening to your yearning for independence is key to breaking free of group thinking and attending to your own needs. Diplomacy with others can help you to be true to your call to do what you know you must do for yourself. So Leo, when I see your spread here, I can see that You've come to a point where you have made your decisions. You put forth all the effort that needed to be put forth, or that the situation or the relationship or partnership or circumstance required you to. Now, all these different choices are now laid out. So you must make the decision. Spirit wants me, Leo, to, I'm not saying that you don't, but Spirit wants me to kind of help you decipher between decisions and choices. I'm not sure why, but I'm just going to go with it, okay? The difference between a decision and a choice, Leo, is that when we have choices, those are different aspects. Choice 1, choice 2, choice 3, choice A, choice B, choice C. Now, a decision is actually choosing one of them and making a definitive choice. And that's what a decision is. So there's a difference between it. So when we make a certain decision, it means that we choose an option. So, Leo, saying that, I feel as though that there may be a time, or this may have presented itself or has presented itself, that you must choose, Leo, between what you know is going to be great for you in terms of being able to apply your passion or your ambition to this, decision. Or you're going to choose something that may hinder you from moving forward. It's sort of like having to choose between your desires and your needs. Not your wants, but your needs. Because desire is sort of a want in a sense, So I feel, Leo, like whatever this decision is, you're going to have to, or whatever this choice is, let me rephrase that. Whatever this choice is, you're going to have to choose, Leo, between whether are you going to make it or choose the one that's best for you in terms of what you need, or you're going to choose it for what you want. And those are two different things. And you're going to have to really dig deep and decipher and decide which is the best for you right now, regardless of what it is, because it's up to you. But we must remember that when we decide this choice, or we decide on this choice, we can't be upset when the outcome is unfavorable if it is, because it may be unfavorable if it's what we desire versus what we need. Okay, Leo, I'm going to leave you with that. And as always, Leo, love and light. Sagittarius, the archer. Remember, guys, that this is a general reading, so please apply it to your unique situation. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, per always. Okay, let's go ahead and bless the deck and we'll get started, okay? Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede this reading to provide Sagittarius with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they are meant and or intended to be. Okay, Sag, so for your base, you got the Two of Pentacles or Two of Earth. For the clarifiers, you got the Ace of Air, Ace of Swords, and you got the Messenger of Air or the Knight of Swords. Okay, so for the Two of Earth here, in this deck, it can speak of pleasurable work, adaptability, balance between work and play. So, Sag, your efforts bring you joy. Play and work are not separate, because what you are doing is actually fun. If conditions change, you can switch gears easily. You are fully present in the excitement of creativity and are eager to experience the surprises that occur when seeds you have planted take root, sprout, and develop in unexpected ways. This is a time for flexibility and trust in how the universe will shape what is coming into being. One way or another, your dreams manifest in the material world. Okay, and for the Ace of Air or the Ace of Swords, it can speak of destiny and fate, the law of karma, powerful forces of transformation at work, and also synchronicity. Meaningful coincidences and forces beyond your human control are operating in your life now for the highest good. Things are happening now with great velocity. You can expect great and quick results that will lead you forward with excellent information. So, for the messenger of air or the knight of swords, I can speak of opinions informed by experience, adherence to dogma, allegiance to a way of thinking or acting, a learned response, subconscious programming, and swift reactions or responses. So, Sag, you need to broaden your perspective, right? You are reacting to a situation from your past. You have to think about whether you want to do things the old way or respond differently this time. You can adapt a new way of thinking and behaving. If you are swift and move quickly, ensuring your actions are for the highest good, positive outcomes are always assured. Okay, Sag? So, there is definitely some balance that is taking place. I feel as though you are feel that things are progressing. And I also see and feel that you're starting to feel like, maybe you can kind of balance things that are coming your way and things that are to present themselves. But I also feel, Sag, like it's time to understand the way that you communicate with people. And it's also time to understand how and what you say, is it really, taken in by the other party, the way as to which you intended it to be. Because I feel, Sag, like, sometimes we can say certain things and people may perceive it to be different, or maybe they may take it in a different way. And I'm also picking up, Sag, for you maybe just to kind of slow down sometimes and just, or ask, simply, Sag, ask, do you understand what I'm saying? Or ask them, make sure to get some assurance, like, ask them, hey, you understand what I'm saying, right? Or you understand what my point is, or or just say, hey, are we in a agreement? And if they say no or yes, still, whether it's yes or no, still make sure that everything is clear. It has to do a lot with making sure that everyone understands everything and that everything is clear. I feel like that's kind of what it is. And Sag, beautiful cards here. These are all great cards. And what it is, I think, and I feel from, these three cards here, that beginning to understand communication, right? Understanding how it works and how it's applied. And also understanding how it is implemented and how things come about from the proper communication and where it starts. And I feel like, Sag, when these two things come together, right, too, I feel like then you can come to the middle and feel balanced in terms of everything that then will come to you will be that of viability and will be that of expected result, I feel. But communication is going to be a really big thing for you this month. Hey, Sag, see ya. Love and light.